Good morning and happy Monday. It's the Tyler Glenn Show, the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. I hope you had a great weekend. Back at it for a Monday. Oh my God, what a great weekend that was, hey? I hope you had a great weekend. We've got lots to talk about on the show today, including, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Anything fun and exciting? Let me know. Did you eat anything? You go anywhere? I'd love to hear about your weekend, all about your weekend. I'll tell you, Chris Rock had an interesting weekend. Did you watch the Netflix special on the weekend? The streaming special? Oh, man. Yeah, he addressed the whole Will Smith situation. We're going to talk a bit about that. All kinds of fun stuff coming up on the show this morning. Good morning, Chad. Good to have you along. Let's enjoy this weather while we've got it. We've got some snow coming our way, big time. It's going to be a week of snow. We're going to talk about that. Also, it's Oreo Cookie Day, and oh, man, we're going to talk about good food coming out of the freezer. Is that even possible, freezer food? We're going to talk a bit about that. And all kinds of stuff. But first, let's take a look at what's happening as far as roads and weather are concerned this morning. Let's take a look outside. We've got nice clear skies to start your week, but that is not going to last. We're going to have some snow moving into the area, and although you don't see it on the weather radar right now, in the top left-hand corner there, it is coming, and it's going to be here probably around Wednesday, and then we're just going to get hammered with snow day after day after day. It's been a while since we've had lots and lots of snow, so just be aware it's coming midweek. We'll see a considerable amount of snow that should last right into the weekend. But thankfully, roads are looking good this morning, north, south, east, west. Everything is looking good, and there's your live shot at downtown Winnipeg on a Monday morning as we get things rolling. As far as our temperatures are concerned, actually pretty decent. Let's start with wind chills. There's your wind chill values this morning across the continent, and waking up to minus 19 feels a lot colder than that. Now, the nice thing about the snow that's going to be coming midweek is that it's going to warm things up, or it's going to feel warmer anyway. Single-digit temperatures, but just cold enough to give us lots and lots of snow. And again, that'll start around Wednesday. And then here is the air temperature this morning. Our beach camp today, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Have you ever been? It's beautiful, of course. That's in the headlines these days because of the big Murdaugh trial that just wrapped up south of the border. Maybe you watched it on Netflix, the Murdaugh family trials and tribulations. God, what a messed up family that is. Oh, wow. That was quite the ordeal. Anyway, we'll go the beautiful beaches in both North and South Carolina, and we'll go there today on our beach break. But first, let's get back to the main screen and say good morning to Quinton and good morning to the rest of our crew up and about, getting ready to tackle a Monday. Love to hear what you did over the weekend. Anything fun and exciting? Do let me know. And maybe you had something good to eat. I got to tell you, my folks came back from Texas on the weekend and brought me all kinds of goodies. My favorite of which should probably come as no surprise to you, that the number one thing that I got is right in here. I got a picture. I'll show it to you. There's me and my big bottle of tequila. Good morning, Michelle. Good to have you along. Hope you had a nice weekend. This was my weekend, Michelle. Look at that. It's still intact, though. This is a huge bottle of tequila. Now, it is only 1 liter, but the thing is, look at the size. Look at my head, and I got a giant melon. Okay, so you can kind of do the math for that. That's a big bottle, and pure agave. Oh yeah, tequila lovers, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Don't you? Okay, so then they brought me some big Texas. Michelle says you can't go wrong with tequila. Well, that's the thing about tequila, Michelle, is it's right, wrong, crash. Which, the key is just not getting to the point where you're in the wrong zone with tequila. Andale. I hope you're having a great day. So here is our cinnamon rolls. They were delicious. Big Texas cinnamon rolls. And lots of questions about these. Chicharrones. Have you ever had chicharrones? Now, I bet you've had the pork rinds, or pork puffs, they call them here. In Canada and the States, they take the pork skins and then they deep fry them. That's what becomes pork puffs, and they come in a variety of different flavors. And they can be nicknamed chicharrones because that's the inspiration for this snack food. However, if you get them directly from Mexico and the authentic chicharrones, they have the skin and a little bit of meat, so they are very bacon-esque, okay? Oh, my gosh, they are so delicious. They are not cholesterol-friendly, I'm thinking. But, and they kind of have a weird look. I'm not going to lie. They do have a weird look in the little bag there, especially with my tongue hanging out like that. But they are delicious. Chicharrones. I don't know if you can get them locally, although the pork puffs, obviously, you can. And I've been to a few, what do they call them? The global village stores, like the stores that have products from around the world. And you can get some specialty chicharrones, but I do not know if you can get them like this. You can make them at home, though. Basically, I would think it's like a pork belly that you would make them with. Of course, this is the staple, and it's actually on the set each and every day of the Tyler Glenn Show, and that is boiled peanuts. You can never go wrong with boiled peanuts. You know what? And I'm not a peanut fan. I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter or like roasted peanuts or stuff like that. You got to give boiled peanuts a try if you have never had them. They're a little soggy, but they're super salty and super good. Now, this was the star of the show. Aside from the tequila, was this shrimp, this Texas Gold wild-caught shrimp. Are they wet, Quentin says? The boiled peanuts? Yeah, they're boiled. So basically, when you pop the can open, they're sitting in salt water, basically. And Quentin says, I'm trying to get my head wrapped around that. And the first time I had them, it was the same thing. What really got me is, like, I'm just a total sucker for what's popular. And in the southern states, they have them at every truck stop, at every gas station. You can get boiled peanuts, and they are the thing to have. And I'm like, well, I wonder why they're the thing to have. I think I'll decide whether or not they're the thing to have. So, I bought my first can of boiled peanuts in North Dakota, and it was interesting because they didn't even know what they were. I went into a store and said, "Can you show me to the boiled peanuts?" And the lady looked at me like I had two heads and said, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I said, "Boiled peanuts. They're available online, and I checked your website. They're in your store." And with that, a guy with an accent came around the corner from another aisle. And he had obviously moved from the South to North Dakota. He's like, "Oh, yeah, they're in aisle 4. Oh, my God. Boiled peanuts, there's nothing like boiled. Oh, my God, I love that." And she's like looking at him now like he's got two heads and says, "Why would you boil your peanuts?" "Oh, no, you pick them and then you throw them in the water and they're really good." And so then I loaded up the cart and took them home and ate them. And I'll tell you, when I watch a football game or a baseball game, that's my go-to. But it's you got to have some rags handy to kind of wipe up the salt water, but it's delicious. Yeah, give it a try. Just don't buy them all because your buddy Ty needs to have some too. I need a good supply. So anyway, back to the shrimp. This was pretty incredible. I've only had better shrimp in Mazatlan, I'll be honest with you. When we were on a Starjet, nut juice. Consistent. Is that called nut juice? No, it's nut water, which still sounds bad when you think about it. Good morning, Terry. Hope you had a good weekend. Good to have you along. Oh my gosh. So this shrimp, this comes in a block of ice, 5-pound block of ice, and inside are these giant shrimp. And I'll tell you, you have to take the skin off them, but and then you cook them. And they were obviously, they take them and take the heads off and put them straight into ice because they were like the freshest seafood that I've had aside from being by the ocean. So if you know of somebody coming back from the coast and can bring back the frozen seafood, God, as long as it's quick frozen out of the water, there is nothing like it. Remind me of Lobster Fest a little bit. You know how we have the lobsters flown in to Shiloh it used to be every summer. COVID, there was a 3-year delay on that, or a 3-year pause. It's going to be back in June. And as I'm eating these, I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't wait for Lobster Fest to come, because that is not only a great party in Shiloh, but it is it's some good food too. So anyway, that was my weekend. I'd love to hear about yours. Love to hear what kind of goodies you had over the weekend. Maybe you went somewhere cool. Maybe you had something cool to eat. Or maybe you just kind of lied around and did a whole lot of nothing and enjoyed the beautiful weather. That's okay too. It was just a beautiful weekend, and I hope you had the chance to enjoy it because, again, we do have some snow coming. Good morning, says Sharon. I'm a few minutes late. I'm coming in at nut juice. That's the way to start your week. Starting the week with a little nut juice. Nut juice. Oh, no rules. Speaking of no rules. Anyway, Jackie, Laurie and I have our tickets for Lobster Fest. Oh my God, we're going to see you there, Jackie. Oh, and you know what's going to be scary is 3 years of pent up, I don't even know what to call it. Pent up partyage? Pent up, I don't know. Natasha says, sounds like the perfect t-shirt. Nut juice. We might have to add it to the store. Good morning, Tom. Terry says, we went and had a great visit with my son and grandkids. You can't beat that. Hey, Terry, that is... Good morning, Jude. That's the best things in life, hey? When you can spend some quality time with the family and the sun is shining and it's warm. That is, all you're missing is a little bit of good food. And, if you got some Gulf shrimp or some boiled peanuts, life doesn't get much better than that. It really doesn't. All the crap we have to put up with in the world, you have some family time with some good food, and amen to that. So I'm glad to hear that, Terry. Hope you have a great week. Good morning, Tasha. Great to have you along. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a great week. What is today? Today is Alamo Day. It's the 6th day of March. It's Alamo Day. It is also Fun Facts About Names Day today. I'm not sure what that is. Celebrate Your Name Week, according to the first complete week in March. It's the time of year when people look up interesting and fun facts about names, both their own and others. All right. Do you know where you got your name from? Did your parents ever tell you where your name came from? T-Bomber says, I had to go grocery shopping with my wonderful wife, but the best part of it was actually spending lots of dollars. We got free bacon from Superstore. What? So, what? Free bacon from Superstore? How did that happen? We're going to tell you about how you can get a year's supply of free bacon on this show. A whole year's supply. So stay with me. That's coming up later on in the show. Only for Twitch followers. Not the Facebook followers or anything else. Tom says, me too, thick slices. Oh, it was a bacon weekend. Tasha says, bacon. Oh, my God. That is great. Bacon. A bacon weekend. Well, let me tell you something. There is more where that came from. Tasha says, bacon for the whole year? That would be awesome. I don't, and you know what? Somebody in Gladstone had a good point. It was Christine. And Christine said, Tyler, that's a year's supply of bacon by your standards. For the average person, that's not right. And she's kind of right. You know, Christine, it's for the average person, it's probably 2 years worth of bacon. Because it is a year's supply based on how much bacon the average person eats. So it's a lot of bacon. I've got a picture of it, and I'll show it to you later today. However, again, the details how to win the contest will be exclusively unveiled to Twitch followers first. So if you've yet to follow on Twitch, sign up on Twitch. Get yourself an account real quick so that you can be with us on the show every day till 9 o'clock live. Now, of course, you don't have to because there's the podcast, and you can watch this show later on in the day, which a lot of people do, and we appreciate that too. But it's always lots of fun to have conversations first thing in the morning. We grab our coffee, and we sit here and talk nonsense, food and fun places and just the mayhem of life. And to do that, you got to be following on Twitch, and then you can watch it on your TV. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it anyway. Tasha says, how do I sign up for Twitch? Well, just like you did for Facebook, Tasha. It starts with getting the app. Just get the app and put it on the device you want. So if you are talking to me now, say on your smartphone, just get the Twitch app for your smartphone. If you're talking to me on your iPad or some, like a laptop or something like that, just go to the Twitch website and get yourself an account, just like you would a Facebook account, except it's nowhere near as involved. Because once you get it and you've got your username, it'll be Tasha1234ABC. And then you're set. And then what'll happen is you'll get little alerts to it, just in case you forget about me. It'll just go, bing, hey, Tyler's on, just letting you know. And then you can open it, and there you are. And then this way, you'll get the whole show. And I'd love to have you, Tasha, for the whole show, especially considering that you want to win this bacon for a whole year. Who wouldn't want a year's supply of bacon? It's a year. It's a lot of bacon. And in 5 minutes, we have to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and TikTok and all the other platforms. But everybody gets the Tyler Glenn Show the first 15, 20 minutes. Everybody gets it. But then it moves over to Twitch. So hopefully that makes sense for you. But anyway, back to your names for a second. Where did your folks ever tell you where you got your name from? Tasha, do you know where you Terry? Was it an uncle? Was it an aunt? Was it a TV show? Was it a movie? So I'm not sure if I've shared this story before, but my name, according to my mother, came from the show, or it's named after Toby Tyler. He's the kid. Toby Tyler and the Adventure of the Circus that comes to here. I'll show you a picture. There's me with a monkey. How fitting is this? This is me. That's where I got my name from. Toby Tyler. The adventure begins when the circus comes to town. Isn't that like the most ironic thing you've ever seen in your life. Seriously. Derek came from a singer in my dad's band. That is so cool. Because like Derek, this is, I assume this is Derek the guitar guy. That's very cool. And so that's where mine came from. I was named after my cousin, says Sharon. Kim says Kim Novak. But so Toby Tyler, the adventure begins when the circus comes to town. And for those old enough, that actor that played Toby Tyler in that show was actually the kid from Old Yeller, too. Who didn't hate that movie when the dog dies? Oh, God. Now that I have a dog, I don't think I can watch that movie. Terry says, my mom and the neighbor were both in labor. They both called us Terry. Well, that's kind of cool. Quentin says the only reference I can think of is San Quentin, like the jail. Well, I mean, you have the haircut for it. I mean, that makes it. Isn't that Toby and Tyler? Therefore, Tyler is the monkey? I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen the movie. Am I a monkey? That would make sense. That could be true. I could be the monkey. Toby and Tyler. I don't know. Okay, I have a job to do. Oh, man. Now that's thrown me because I don't. Anyway, it is fun facts about your name day today. So that is something to keep in mind as we make our way through the day. It's National Dentists Day. Good morning to dentists, dental workers. And, I just about knocked something over here. So happy National Dentists Day for those who are working in the field where you reach into people's mouths minute after minute, hour after hour, and listening to that. I know they are very well compensated, and they have to be, because can you imagine that? Oh, my God. Doing that for a living? Like, reaching into people's mouths and listening to drills all day. That's dedication to making people's lives better. So National Dentist Day, we love you. Thank you for taking care of our teeth. National Dress Day. It is National White Chocolate Cheesecake Day. It is National Frozen Food Day today. Okay, so a day to celebrate frozen food. The best frozen food of all time, I will tell you, is this, the Pillsbury Pizza Pop. They still sell them. This is the best frozen food of all time. Look at that kid. Oh, pepperoni and cheese. Okay, so because it's Frozen Food Day, best frozen food to ever come out of a freezer. My vote is this one, the Pillsbury Pizza Pop. The recipe hasn't changed. Look at how old that commercial is. I mean, the design hasn't changed. I still rip into my freezer like this kid. I smell it like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And nothing burns your mouth and sends you to the emergency room quite like a Pillsbury Pizza Pop, hey? The molten lava that comes out of that thing when you go to bite into it is pretty intense. And for our American friends, they're going, what the hell is that thing? What is that? It is a pizza pop. They have a pizza pocket. Although the last time I was down there, I thought I saw a pizza pop. So they may have invaded the United States. So some people say that frozen food is not exactly the healthiest food. I would tend to disagree. I think that as long as it's done in moderation, whatever that is, then it's okay. But anyway, Pillsbury Pizza Pops are number one on my list. It's National Oreo Cookie Day. Happy birthday to the Oreo cookie. Good morning, Deb. The Oreo cookie, look at that Nabisco. The Oreo cookie, March the 6th, 1912. A grocer named S.C. Thusen in Hoboken, New Jersey, applied for a trademark. They received it in August of 1913 for this little cookie that A fun fact, Tom says that pizza pops were invented in Winnipeg. Are you kidding me? I got to look that up. Are you serious right now? That's one of my favorite foods. Invented in Winnipeg. I got to look that up. Thanks, Tom. Interesting. See, I'm still learning stuff here. Anyway, we're going to just talk real quickly about Oreos because then we have to let our Facebook friends go for the day. I wanted to show you real quickly here. This is very cool. This is how Oreos are made. There's 3,000 Oreos made every minute. And this is a little video showing us how this is done. And, of course, they mix flour and egg and all the good stuff. But I always like to see how the Oreo cookies are put together. Quentin says it's an Italian pierogi, the pizza pop. It really is. It really, and which would make sense why the pizza pop would have been invented in Winnipeg, because this is pierogi land, basically Manitoba and Saskatchewan. But here we're seeing an Oreo cookie take shape. They're making the dough and then they're gonna put it in like a giant oven, and I like watching these. I'm just going to fast forward this because we're kind of running short on time here. Man, can you imagine working in an Oreo cookie factory? Like, got a Christmas time and birthdays. It's like, here's your gift, little Jimmy. Thanks, Uncle Ty. Oh, wow. It's another case of Oreos. Look at Tasha. Tasha says, I'm on Twitch right now. Holy cow. Let's just all stop and... Way to go, Tasha. See how fast that happened? You get an award. I don't even think I could do that, Tasha. And this is my show. The first time I got on Twitch, it took me a while. It takes me a while to figure most things out. But look at those Oreo cookies. Oh, can you imagine just like sitting at the end of the conveyor belt and like with your arms extended like this and just going, and just having them like pour into like the big bag, and then you go running out and security's chasing you and you're breathing heavy because you had too many Oreos to begin with, and they chase you and then they run you down, and then it's like, no, I have to take these Oreos, please let me go. And then you shove a couple of Oreo cookies in the security guard's face, and then it's like, and then they let you go, and then you just like run out of the factory with like 1,000 Oreos. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? Tasha, thank you. Paul Ferrasi was the pizza pop inventor. Quentin is correct. Look at this. We have to have a pizza pop date. Do we have a date? When you guys were Googling that, did you have a date? We're going to have to like have a pizza pop birthday party, complete with candles and hats. Okay, because look at this is the Oreo crumble. Is there nothing better in ice cream than Oreo cookie? I'll tell you. Oh, look at this. Pizza Pops, September 13th in Winnipeg. They were conceived as a modification of traditional cheese-filled Italian turnovers, like a panzerotti, yeah. And then sold to Pillsbury. Huh, thanks, Tom. Look at that. Who needs Chat GPT when we've got Chat Tom Wenham chiming in on Twitch? Thank you, Tom. All right, so real quick, we have to say goodbye to our Facebook friends and... our YouTube folks and everything. We've gone a little long on the freebie today. So have a great week. Have a great Monday. Free bacon for a year for everyone on Twitch that enters the contest. Well, not everyone. I should stop that sentence right there before I get in trouble. The contest is open to everyone on Twitch. Free bacon for a year, and we're going to explain how that's going to work a little bit later on in the show. Hopefully you can join us for that. And Chris Rock, he attacks Will Smith. Forget the slap. I'll tell you, Chris comes at him hard. If you miss the Netflix special on the weekend, you're going to want to be with us for this, and we want your comments. There's a whole discussion about the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing. It's complicated. There was way more to the story than we initially were told. So we'll do a deep dive on that. And in the meantime, we will say goodbye to our friends on YouTube and Facebook and